Hello everybody, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to call this video, but you would have already seen the title, wherever it is. I'm going to upload this, but I'm going to talk about 2016 in a more personal way, and I'm not going to try and get like too emotional over it, but if I do, then I'm not going to say sorry, but you know what I mean. Basically, last year was the most stressful year for me and my family. Not just in like the world sense, but in like the personal aspect of it. It was all fine like for Christmas, and then come January it was okay. And then as soon as it hit February, that was when everything kind of started happening. Like everything started bad happening. So I don't know the date, but in February last year, clearly. But February last year, my mum, as you are all aware, has heart failure. She got diagnosed 2 years ago. Yeah, and I think it'll be the third year this year. 2 years ago she got diagnosed with heart failure, and obviously that was like a really massive shock about it. I haven't really talked about it too much, but my mum got diagnosed with heart failure in 2015 of October. Basically, she had a fever or like a flu just before she got diagnosed, and she like got right, and then the day of, like a few days before like my drama performance, she was like constantly throughout the night like throwing up, vomiting, choking up, whatever you want to call it. She was throwing up throughout the day and throughout the night, and it was like, oh, she's got like a stomach bug or something's like upset her, she's got food poisoning, something like that. And we was like, right, it's gonna be like a 24-48 hour thing. But like she never got right, and it was like, what do we do? And then on the day of like my performance, or like, no, not a day, in March, like way before my performance, she basically it was like on a Tuesday, and I was at school with my then friend Emma. Wait, let me just text my mum back. And we finished school, and every day my mum will pick me up. And if my mum doesn't pick me up, I know there was something wrong, either because she didn't work. So at that time I was like, okay, there's something wrong with my mum. Brilliant. I just ignore the fact that Richard picked me up, and I'm like, oh, my mum's probably just asleep, or she's gone out somewhere. She was meant to go to Tesco's. Came home, and I was like, where's my mum? And my mum was actually texting me. She was sat up in bed saying that she was really tired and she wanted to go to sleep for a bit. I was like, okay, no problem at all. And then I came downstairs, and when I woke my mum up, like, she was like a different person. Like, she was like just like sat up in bed, and she was like with it, but then not. Like, she was talking, but I knew she wasn't there, and I knew there was something like majorly wrong. Richard was downstairs, so I just ran downstairs and I'm like, Richard, you need to phone the ambulance, there is something wrong with my mum. So he comes upstairs, phones the ambulance, and they come and they did like a heart, like an ECG, like a heart thing where they put like stickers all over you, and you like measure your heartbeat. I said, oh yeah, that's fine, you don't need to go in hospital. But I knew there was something wrong, so I was like, no, there is something wrong with my mum. She just needs to go in to the hospital to find out, because I know there is something wrong. And we goes in. Literally, our hospital takes some Michaels. You are literally in there. Like, if you're not like an emergency or you are an emergency, you wait 4+ hours to be seen by a nurse, and then more hours to be actually seen by a physical doctor. It's so annoying, but it has to be done. So we were in a waiting. She went in at like 5, just after 5. She was still there, and I had no tea, but I was like, I'm not eating. I don't want to eat because I want to be with my mum. So I didn't end up eating, which wasn't a good idea, but I was fine. I ate like a few bits and bumps here. And I called my auntie and said my mum was in hospital. Can you bring up Nana and come and visit her? And she wasn't like on a proper road yet. She was still in like the little, I don't know what you want to call it, but like the emergency department bit. She was still there. She was in a room. The doctor comes back with some blood tests and scan results. Bless you me. And he had like a look on his face to say there was like something like really wrong with it. And he said that my mum had heart failure. And immediately we all thought that she was going to die, because obviously when you hear the word heart failure, your heart's failing. And obviously we all cried, and it was like, I've only got so long with my mum. I was only like, literally I was only 15 at the time. I was like, I can't lose my mum at 15. I don't want to go nowhere else. I don't want to like live anywhere else. I don't want to live with my nana. I don't want to live in a care home or anywhere. Your mum's meant to be there like throughout your life. And it was like, oh my god, I'm going to lose my mum at 15 years old. And even took my GCSEs by then. I had to go back to school knowing that I was going to lose my mum. And then I was like, brilliant, this is just like the end of the world for me. So that didn't really help with my anxiety at all. I couldn't sleep every night. I kept visiting her, and it was just like the most heartbreaking thing ever, because like as you all know, I'm never away from my mum. I mean, even though if she's at college or she's gone out to the shops, we keep in contact no matter what. And I was like, brilliant, this is just fun, isn't it? Like, what do I even do? I mean, of course I've got Richard and he could help me, but he's not a mum. And I was like, okay, brilliant. I'm just going to lock myself in my room for the rest of the eternity. I was like, okay. And then, so in February, she, with a heart, like, rate, she, it went, like, really up. It was, like, 140 odd, like, 142, 5, something like that. It's 142 at home. I was like, that's not meant to be like that, because, like, when you're resting, it's meant to be in its 60s, 70s at least. And it was like, oh my god, there's something wrong with that, that's just not right. So we went in, and we got seen like quite quickly actually, and the nurse were like, did it again, it was 145, and I was like, why is this doing it? She was on tablets to help her heart rate like slow down and be like beat normally, but it had like a really massive like hiccup. So she was in hospital for like 3 days, and again it was really hard. I mean, obviously I was 16, and I was like, oh, brilliant, she's on hospital again. No, mum, what do I do? And it was at the time that I was taking my GCSEs, and literally I had exams after exams after exams, and I got a phone call on my phone, like when I was in maths revision, just before my exam, and I took it outside. I mean, there was only me and my friend, like my then friend there, so I was like, I took it outside, and Richard phoned saying that your mum's been taken to hospital. And I was like, what do you mean that she's been taken to hospital? She was fine. And I left her, nothing wrong. And he's like, I'm gonna come and get you. I'm like, oh, okay. So I came back in crying, and my teacher and my friend were like, oh, what's the matter? And I didn't want to say anything. I was just like, I need to go. And they were just pestering me saying, what's wrong, and I just didn't want to answer, so I didn't. So I just went home, and I was like, brilliant. I went home, got my stuff, took all my stuff off, got changed quickly, and went back to hospital. And apparently the reason why heart did that were something to do with hot topics. It's like where sometimes your heart can beat, and then it can do like an extra beat and then do an extra beat with people with heart failure anyway. And I was like, oh, brilliant. Came home, got on like this tablet to help the rhythm come back to normal, and after February she was fine. She never went back in hospital. I mean, she has do's now and again where she feels sick, or her breathing's not good, or she has like heart failure symptoms, but like she never like gone back into hospital as yet, touch wood. I was like, oh. And then comes like, I'm gonna say around May, June. My auntie did have a boyfriend called, I'm not gonna name him actually, I'm just gonna make up a random name called Lewis. I'm gonna just call him Lewis for the sake of this video. And they've been together. They were together for 10 years, and my auntie lived in Barnsley and Lewis lived in Sheffield. So they all like went together, and we met, like everybody met him, and we all got along and happy and all this stuff. And Lewis was very obsessed with football and drinking, and my auntie isn't so keen on football. Like, she goes to Barnsley matches all the time, and she does drink, but like not like every single night. And so she was like, I can't do this. So they broke up, and they got back together the same month, and then they broke up, in like August, because my auntie did a back in. I forgot how, oh, she slipped a disc, and she's had, what's it, she goes to the chiropractor where he like massages it and do all these weird stuff. I don't really know. And because she can't, like, she can barely walk now, but she can't drive and she's in that amount of pain. So she couldn't go like for one night to go and see him, and he then goes and accuses her, saying that she's putting it on, saying, you're lying, your back doesn't hurt, you just don't want to see me. And that was it. You just don't do that. Like, why would anybody do that? I don't see the point in that. I'll put my glasses back on now because I need to see. And I was like, why would you do that to my auntie? So clearly they weren't happy, so we skipped that. So they broke up, and he kept pestering me over email saying, I want you back, have you found anybody, all that stuff. He's just, like, they haven't been in contact since. And then I dated, like, 2 people last year. I dated this lad called Ben, as you all know, and I was like, right, that's it. I know he lived in Essex, and I know that we may never be able to see each other, but a long distance relationship, I thought that we were gonna have that. And when I said, oh, have you told your parents we're going out? Like, no, because if I do, then our relationship is over. I was like, oh, okay, no problem. I've told mine and their family. And I was like, okay. So we chatted and chatted, we Skyped every night, we WhatsApped every day, we just kept in contact constantly. And then Friday the 13th of May, yes, I know it's an unlucky, and it was quite weird. He sent me a really long message on Facebook Messenger, but I don't have the message now because I blocked him, saying that he doesn't want to see me again because of the long distance relationship, and he wanted to see me now and not wait. And I was like, and I didn't even reply, I just blocked him from there. I was like, if you know we weren't going to work out in the first time, why would you want to do that? And I suppose it's kind of my fault as well. I should have, like, gone past it as soon as I said where do you live, and he said Essex, but I was like, no, it's going to be a long distance relationship, we can do this. And we ended it. And I was like, great, another downside of 2016, brilliant, I don't know what else can come. Then October comes round, and there's this lad in my school. I'm going to name him, not name him for the sake of this video. I'm going to call him another name. I'm going to call him Paul. Don't know why, but Paul. He always, like, when I did it, or do Ace Club, he always used to come round and, like, chat to me and put his arm around me. And me and my mum and my nana knew there was something like going off, but it was 13. And I was like, okay, this is just not going to happen. I'm 17, you're 13. Can't do no. So I was like, we'll just, like, be friends and stuff, and we were friends. And then he said, oh, do you like me? And I was like, yeah. He says, but do you like me in that way? And I goes, I do. And I said, do you like me? And he's like, yes. So we went out in a way. We never kissed or anything like that. We hugged, but we never kissed. And we went, like, down Rusborough together. We went up behind stuff, but we were always friends. But I mean, went to Meadowhall to eat, and it was, like, really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. And then, if by magic, the same month, I think, or just like November, something like that, it dumps me. It just says, sorry, we're over, without, like, no reasoning. I was like, brilliant. I was more heartbroken over Paul than I was with Ben, because I loved, like, Paul more than I did with Ben, and I was like, oh, another thing in 2016, oh, great. So I was like, brilliant. But I was like, okay, that's it for men. I'm not just gonna wait, and I'll find somebody eventually. And then I gave up with boys. Moving on to life skills. I know this is a really long video and I'm so sorry. I was like, okay, Life Skills is a load of poo. They've never paid me any money. They literally owe me £100 because they pay me £40 a month. They haven't paid me since October. And I left December, so I'm owed £100. So I am now waiting. And I was like, okay, brilliant, you're not paying me. I'm not doing anything. Tried to go to Bouncer College and they said, we can't take you on because Life Skills have already provided you funding, so we can't provide any more funding. I was like, oh great. So I quit Life Skills because I was like, if they're not going to pay me, what am I meant to do? And I quit Life Skills in December, and I don't regret it at all because I just want to go back. I'm now stuck for 4 months on my own, but oh well. And then 22nd of December, my great nanan is 93. There's literally nothing wrong with her, like nothing at all. Well, there wasn't nothing wrong with her. And then it was just like a knees like we're giving me, but what do you expect at 93? We noticed like me and Mum were like going downhill like very like quickly, and she had like a memory test like in November time, and she scored really low on it, and there was like an indication or something. So she got like a head scan, like where she went under the tunnel and scanned her head, and it came back. We got the results on the 22nd of December, 3 days before Christmas, saying that she's got Alzheimer's, which is like the twin or the sister or the brother of dementia. I don't know if they're the same or they're different, but I don't know if one's worse than the other. She's got Alzheimer's. She got diagnosed with that, and we knew it was coming. We all knew she was going to get like we all knew she had dementia, but we had to wait for the diagnosis. And then when it hit us, it was like, oh, go away. Just don't know what to do anymore. And I mean, I love my great nana. She's really nice and she's really helpful and everything like that. But I just never thought anything bad would come to my family. Like with my mum with heart failure, my great nana with Alzheimer's, and then also when we got we got my mum with heart failure, my anti-erosive disc, my nana with ulcerative colitis, which is like a bowel problem, me with my anxiety and autism, my dad with ulcerative colitis, so my real dad, and literally there's only Richard who hasn't really got a problem. He's got like and my granddad with a stomach problem which is connected to celiac. So I was like, oh, brilliant, it's literally rubbish 2016. So I'm gonna go because like my battery's gonna die and I ain't got much like filming like space left. But if you want me to do a part 2, then let me know, because I do have some more like stuff that I can relate to, more like stuff I can talk to you about. But I need to go because it's like 5:53. Get this imported, charge my camera, everything like that. But if you guys did enjoy this different type of video, I didn't try to get too emotional about it, but it was just crazy. Like 2016 personal life was crazy, and yeah. Gonna go. Please do give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you are new, hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys with another video sooner or later. Bye everybody, I love you so much. Thank you for your continuous support.